All right, we live, baby. What up, everybody? Good morning. It's your boy Tyler here with TT Productions and Dockside Media and the Curiously Insane podcast. Yo, coming to you this morning, real quick. I wanted to give everybody a super brief and to the point tutorial on how to make their live stream image look balling using the free software NVIDIA Broadcast. You look at this right now, you're like, oh, some people are like, oh, dude, Tyler, that image, you look good, bro, on camera. No, my face overexposed, way too much light hitting this bad boy. And so I'm going to show you guys what you can do using NVIDIA Broadcast, which is a free software you can download online. And by using that, you'll run that little program. And then whenever you go into StreamYard or Restream or Skype or Zoom, whatever, it'll pick up that NVIDIA Broadcast is running, and you will see your better image through NVIDIA Broadcast on all your streams. So here's what you're going to do. Let me click this. Bang. All right. So here's NVIDIA Broadcast. This is going to be your icon. Boop, boop. Double click. Starts it up. Yeah, I don't know if I jack things up by doing this midstream, but we'll find out. You got three tabs, microphone. You can see it auto-recognized my HyperX Quadcast, which if you're out there, dude, dope microphone. That's why this audio sounds sick. Also has some cool little effects, but we're here for the camera thing. So over here on camera, I'm running the 1080p Pro Stream. I think it's a Logitech C920S, right? So it'll throw it out in 1080. Best it'll do is 30 frames per second, but that's okay. 60 would be sick, but 30's dope. This is a tab we're looking for right here, guys. This right here. Boom. Settings. Look, everything is set up. Not everything, but a lot of your stuff is going to be on auto. Number one, go under your camera control tab. Boom. Uncheck your exposure, dude. Uncheck the exposure. Boop. Start dropping that down. Wow. Already? I'm looking way better. Way better. Also, we're going to uncheck that focus, autofocus button. I really don't prefer that. We're going to dial that all the way back there. You see if you take it to the top, I'm going to be all blurry and out of focus. So for all focus, you're going to get take it down to 0. Then I'm going to go back to my video, proc amp or whatever the heck this thing says. I'm going to turn the white balance off as well. We don't want that switching around during the show. And we're just going to manually adjust it until it looks good to the eye. The further you go left, the cooler it gets, like blue. The further you go to the right, the more orange or warm it gets. So we're going to take it right in. Oop, I look sexy right there. Good stuff. Also, you have a little brightness thing. You can adjust that. Contrast, you can mess with that. But really, the main ones I like to mess with are exposure. Boop, bump that down. The gain, this is also a good one. You can either lower or heighten or increase that. And that's going to change your image quality. But right now, just off the cuff, this looks better than it did when I started. That is a fact. So I just dial this bad boy in. You can adjust your saturation as well if you want a little bit more color in it. Want to go a little bit more grayscale. But dude, this is how all your streamers out there are getting a sick image. You're like, dude, why do I look like dog turds on my camera? It's like, oh, bro, because they are running NVIDIA Broadcast on their computers. Guaranteed. I'll hit apply. Boom. That's going to save the settings. And then I hit OK. So from here on out, my image is going to look dope. All right. Please believe that. And guys, if you were sitting in this room, you would understand if you watched from the beginning of the video, right? What I look like now is nothing like it really looks like in this room. One other thing to keep in mind, if you really want to up your stream game. So I've got one light here at a 45-degree angle, slightly above eye line, shining down on me. That's going to create this Rembrandt lighting. So when my nose faces the screen, the light coming down across from my right is going to cast this little triangular shadow under this eye. And that helps give your image depth. It makes it look much more polished and just a lot more professional. So that's just like a little tip and trick you can do to help increase your brand, your image, your presence. Also, if you notice behind me, see how that mullet, baby? See how that little hair's kicking up? I've got a backlight behind me. So I'm throwing that backlight up. So even though the background looks dark, dude, there's actually mad light back there. And I think the other thing that may have affected that is you can see under this effects tab, we can add background blur or not. Again, that's one of the other things that is going to make your broadcast look polished. When the subject matter, you, are in focus and the background is out of focus, automatically viewers' minds go, dude, that cat knows what they're doing. So you can trick a lot of people with that. Look, I turn this off. You're like, oh, this is just a guy, yep, in his little office making a live stream. Now you're like, oh, dude, this guy could deliver the news. Give me some like really, really deep stuff to talk about, and I'll slang it to you, and you're going to really internalize that because the image looks so great. So if anybody has any questions, please drop them below. I hope this was informative. Man, we're at 5 minutes and 50 seconds. So I should probably wrap this up because I wanted to make this bad boy quick. But dude, right here, NVIDIA Broadcast, you open it up, go to your camera settings and click on this bad boy. After you already select your camera, which I'm running the 1080p Pro Stream. And like I said, dude, uncheck your exposure, drop that down, focus, take it to 0. Adjust your brightness, contrast, sharpness, white balance till you get it looking fresh. Now, here's the only thing that kind of stinks. And NVIDIA, if you're listening, please throw in this update down the road. Every single time I go to start a live stream or NVIDIA Broadcast, it resets all of those settings. So you can see I did it in only a couple seconds. It didn't take that long, but just a heads up, every single time you go to do your broadcast again or your stream, you are going to have to go into NVIDIA Broadcast and go into these settings right here and, and adjust everything manually. But it will be so worth it because from here on out, your image is going to look dope. And also, I'll just say this real quick. For those that have been following along, that date I had on Friday, crushed it. Till next time, keep on keeping on. And shit, I still got to end this and broadcast.